Welcome back to the channel, you guys. I'm back after my company mandated 2-week siesta. We got out of YouTube jail, violated a rule. We're okay. Got our first strike. Learned some things. Gonna kind of modify, kind of change what we're doing, if you will, going forward so that we play by the rules and everything is good to go. Unfortunately, you guys will probably have seen we did remove a few videos, but that's okay. We're back and talking about something that you guys, if you follow us on Instagram or any of our other platforms, you know that I've been working on some changes. There's a particular format. We've been doing a lot of videos over the past year and a half. You guys know the lockers and the setup and everything we do here in my home basement. And as well as that worked, you know, that was a $50 solution off of, believe it or not, Craigslist. And those were some school lockers that I just kind of rigged up to fit the needs that I had. But as times change and your needs change, right, you outgrow some of those things. So I've made some changes, made some adjustments to how we organize everything here, and wanted to talk through it, wanted to walk through it, because it's something that as I started exploring this on Reddit and some Facebook groups and things, there's just an awful lot of questions and an awful lot of interest in how different people approach this issue. But before we get into that this week, I do want to say thank you to Custom Night Vision, you guys. They're an outstanding company based out in Houston, Texas. If you're looking to get into night vision, if you're looking to up your capability, purchase a single tube device, a dual tube device, so you can get out, you can be more proficient, more capable in the dark, you can head on over to their website, customnightvision.com. You can check out all the different housings, the tubes, the helmets, lights, lasers, everything they have going on. Let them know that Austin from Prepared Mindset sent you. They're going to take fantastic care of you. So big thank you to them. And now let's dive into this. Okay guys, let's take a look here. And this is gonna look a little bit different, right? It's just like MTV Cribs, but like really budget and bad. So we don't have the lighting or anything like that you guys usually see in the videos, but this is where the majority of the content is created. So when we look at this, this is, I don't think anything new. This is a Workbench that I think it's Husky brand. Yeah, Husky. Got this as like a Christmas gift from my wife. We did a video about a year ago, year plus, maybe I'm thinking like 15 months ago, beginning of 2025, that I think we hit on a lot of this stuff. And you can kind of see there's just a bunch of stuff in here. You know, we have still the vise and everything else going on. So while I was trying to do some remodel stuff in here, this was all still very much a constant. We still have some parts and some things out here. You can see like there's the drill gun that usually isn't out. But what you guys are probably looking more for is all of this stuff. So what we did here, you guys notice this is like definitely very, very different than what was in here before. It's not wood, but metal. Metal is a newer, stronger material that allows us to do things. No, so this is a shelving unit that I picked up actually, I think like on a pretty decent sale off of Amazon. And when you look at the space we have here, the confines, right? Because this is just, it's a room in my basement. This was one of the only shelves I found that actually fit the space requirements that we had. So was able to maintain the top storage up here, which is good. And then along the bottom, you guys can see all the different ammo boxes kind of sorted by caliber and whatnot, which was important to me as well. I don't want those things to stay on the floor. And what I did that was obviously most interesting was the addition of the lockers here. So similar to what we had before, but a little bit larger, a little bit more of a dedicated space. So looking at this, you're able to set obviously these braces for the shelves however you want, really. And while these shelves are actually pretty strong, I think they hold up to like 500 or 600 pounds per shelf. I didn't want to put everything on a single shelf here, this third one specifically, and overload it, right? So we built the bottoms of the lockers here. We built these so that they kind of sit into these braces, and then built up off of that. So starting here, we'll just kind of show you guys. It's just a basic locker. We do have these nifty little LED lights under here for everything. That's going to kind of just help things for a little increased visibility. And it's not necessarily totally done here, but it's pretty close. Got some folding hooks off of Amazon. So when the belt is in there, right, we can go ahead, we can hang the belts for each of us. And then you can kind of see in the locker here, we have a dedicated hanger system for the plate carriers and a dedicated hanger system for our helmets. This is my Galvion Cayman. You guys have seen this and stuff, and that just fits very nice and neat in here. The only thing I did differently with that, and this is with most, I guess, homewares projects. If you guys get stuff off Amazon, just my personal recommendation, do not use the factory included hardware because it's cheap Chinese hardware. So what I did is I figured out what length screws I needed the third time around, multiple trips to Home Depot, unfortunately. That's just how it goes though. And used bolts and Nylox nuts with some washers on there rather than just screws. Because if you guys look, this is like 3/4 inch plywood, which is great for a lot of things. But when we look at trying to hang plate carriers and things like that, the shear strength on it, I wasn't super confident with that, right? So I wanted to make sure I had some washers and some lock nuts on it to keep everything exactly where I put it. So have my setup over here. You guys can kind of see, here's everything for Lexi's side. So Team Wendy bump helmet, HRT arc belt system here, and then T-Rex AC1 for now. Probably something different coming in the future for some various different reasons, but a mirror image setup here. And then let's look at what we have in the center. Because I got some questions when I was sending buddies video footage and stuff. So I built this rack and I kind of set it up using some garage hooks and plant hooks to build out the dividers on the rack here. So able to house both of our SPRs, right? Be able to house my GPR setup, and then this is my dad's rifle. And actually, I did get a question on this, so just really quickly, this is a 16-inch SPR build that belongs to my wife, and she likes it for a long time. She actually owned the most expensive optic in this house. Technically, I think if you're looking at rifle optics, this still is the most expensive. It's a Vortex 3-15, the most expensive optic in this house. And it has an offset red dot. So that's hers. You guys can check this out as we set it in here. It sits down on the hook at the bottom, and then we lean it forward. And it's got these nice rubberized hooks here so it doesn't mar anything up. Then moving on over, this is my dad's 16-inch build. I might swap this out for him like a 14.5, but very much like a Mod Zero inspired GWAT rifle. He doesn't shoot it a lot, which is obvious because it's here with me instead of with him. They moved like a year ago and I still have it. So maybe I'll take it to the range soon. But that's his rifle. And then you guys have seen, I think, these and plenty of other content, but 13.9 GPR, American Defense, UIC Mod 2 upper, core, Criterion, core barrel, Vortex 1-6, RMR. So this year I am committing to shooting this gun a lot more than I did last year because it deserves it. So really, really nice setup here. Really, really like this thing. And then lastly here, this is another 16-inch, this is an SPR. This is mine. So we just swapped out the barrel last year to Ballistic Advantage SPR barrel. Fluted to help with lightening the weight, but it's still pretty heavy. Swamp Fox 2-10 up top here. It's not the greatest glass on top. Looking to maybe address that in the near future here, but that's what's in the rifle rack right now. And again, it's able to fit pretty much rifles of any size that we have and we need, with the exception being the shorties. So I will, here we go, take my 11.5 for instance here that was in the vise for whatever reason. This will fit if I have the suppressor on, and that sits in there nice and neat. If I don't have the suppressor on, it's a little bit too short. So what we're looking at potentially doing here is maybe adding something into each cubby where we could fit these SPRs or something vertically. It's not quite done yet, but it's a work in progress. So that is that. You'll notice, right, that the rifle rack goes down a shelf. That was part of trying to not put all of the weight on one pair of the braces and kind of spread it out. So it gives us more room to get the rifles in and out like you just watched me do. It also takes the weight of all the rifles and the rack and puts it on the next shelf down here. And that's in addition to what else we have down here. So we have storage and some of the Pelicans, like the night vision. So you guys see this and stuff. That's all down there. Empty Pelican cases that the night vision came in. Back over here, thanks to our friends over at Custom Night Vision. Shout out to Kevin and Ben and Trevor. And then just a couple other little bits down here. A Mantis kit in the case, because I only really use that once in a while. We got a box of these tag-in airsoft bangers and a couple of the little guys. So it's very much still a work in progress. We're building it out, right? But I know a lot of you guys are looking for ways to build something similar yourself. I will say I think it was like 2 sheets of plywood, so maybe about $50, $60 worth of plywood. If you use the same hangers, those are about 30 bucks a piece. So, you know, 60 rectangular tokens of currency. You know, it's not that expensive to do it this way. It really isn't. You know, the biggest part of it is just getting the measurements right. I got lucky with most of my measurements, it was really fun sitting these on here with the top pulled off and realizing that this bar hit the top of the lockers. So just grabbed a saw and beveled it off here. But, and then, oh yeah, some lights from like Harbor Freight under here. Most of this is Amazon, to be honest with you guys. It's really not that complicated, and it really doesn't have to be that rugged. If you do want to go with some of the big Gucci over the top organizational solutions out there, you totally can. But this is just what I did. So still working on wrapping this up, but as things go forward, this is what you guys are going to see. So if you have questions, and I hope you do, please drop them in the comment section. Don't forget to hit the like icon. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, and of course subscribe, right? We are punching our way towards 6,000 subscribers. Really, really awesome stuff going on, even during the time that we weren't allowed to post. So appreciate you guys. Love you all so much. Thank you for checking out the video, and we will catch you on the next one.